So I'm struggling with this whole being single thing, and I think whenever I tell people that, their initial response is like, oh, well, you should just like focus on yourself and focus on loving yourself. Even after like loving myself, I still feel like I'm missing something. And I just think that deep down I am meant to be a lover girl. Like, I just love sharing with people. I love loving.
Can we please just normalize being nervous that you're not gonna find your person? Like, I'm fucking nervous. Like, everyone's like, you're 31, you have plenty of time. But yes, have you seen the options? Have you seen the dating pool? Like, the pool is empty. There's no water in the pool. So the fish in there are literally dead. I'm like kind of joking, but like not really. Like, I get it. I'm gonna be fine if I don't find my person. But like, I don't want to be fine alone. I want to be fine with a fine man.
No one really talks about how hard it is when it seems like everyone around you is meeting their person and getting married and falling in love, and you just haven't, ever. And I've always been the person that was completely fine with being single, and I still am. But I've been thinking about it a lot more. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. I'm 27 now, but I would love to get married one day and maybe be a mom and be in love, but I've just never had that. And I've never been with a guy that was husband material at all.
I recently was going on dates with a man, and nice guy, good guy, treated me well. But once I realized that he was not my husband, because I'm only looking for husband energy at the moment, I ended things with him, and I sent him a text, because like it wasn't that serious, you know, I didn't feel like I needed to do it in person. Anyways, I sent him a text, told him that I didn't see it going any further, and he agreed. He said that he didn't think that he could make me happy. And while I appreciate that, it was a very kind response, he didn't even try. He didn't even try and say that he like wanted to change, that he wanted to like whatever. Like, I can be manipulated. I will listen to you. But you didn't even try.
A few weeks ago, I was at a concert and there was a couple sitting in front of me, and you could tell they were so genuinely in love, and it was beautiful. And I started crying because I had this realization that I've never experienced that. And will I ever get to experience that? Or will I be alone forever? Like, will I meet my person? And the thought of that really upsets me. Like, the thought of being alone for the rest of my life. I don't even want to think about that.
So I went on a date recently where I just kind of knew on the date that there was never going to be anything romantic between us, but he was a really nice guy and I was enjoying my time on the date. We went to an arcade and then we got pizza, and I even paid for the pizza because he paid for the arcade, because I didn't want to feel guilty for not wanting to see him again after him paying or whatever. Normally I don't, but like, he just seemed like a nice guy, so I was like, I don't want to take advantage of him or whatever. So afterwards I went home, and the next day he messages me, and I wanted to be honest and transparent and not waste his time. So I told him, hey, I had a great time yesterday, but I just want to be transparent and say that I don't feel a romantic connection, but you seem like a really great guy and I wish you the best. And he didn't even answer. He just blocked me.
So we all know in 2024 the dating scene kind of sucks, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that men no longer court women. Men no longer pursue women the way they used to. Think about The Notebook. Think about the way that Noah pursued Allie from the second he saw her. That literally doesn't happen anymore. Maybe like 5% of the time. So these are my theories as to why the dating scene is like that. First of all, I think that the music we've listened to growing up has really affected this. I think that rap music has had such a negative impact on men and on the dating scene.
I hate when guys approach me. Why? Because I don't want to be bothered? Like, clearly, I'm doing something. Go away. Okay, so I guess you meet guys online then? Ew, no, what kind of creep stalks my IG and DMs me? Oh, okay, so you approach the guys then? Oh, what? Why would I ever date a guy who didn't have the confidence to approach me? But you just said you hate when guys approach you. Yeah, only when I'm clearly doing something. Plus, those guys are always super awkward anyway. How is a guy supposed to know when you're clearly doing something? And yeah, of course he's going to be a little bit awkward. He's starting a conversation out of thin air with a girl who may or may not be attracted to him and may or may not be busy. I mean, just approach me at a bar or a club. That's when I tend to meet guys. You mean when you're drunk and impulsive? Yeah. How do those relationships tend to go?
Men will do everything in their power to humble you because they want you to not know your worth so that they can take advantage of you. The reason your standards aren't effective is because they don't match your looks. They will always go to striking beauty and telling you that you're ugly, telling you that you're not beautiful, because they think that that's the only thing that women care about. And it's so interesting to me where we are moving away from the male gaze, and men's opinions of how we look is so irrelevant. They just want to get you riled up, making you feel insecure, making you feel inferior, so that they can somehow feel important about themselves.
Okay, I just saw this really cute guy at the gym, and we made a few eye contacts, right? But he was definitely the more shy and timid type. So I knew there was no way he would come up to me first. And because mama didn't raise no bitch, I came up to him. I walked up to him and introduced myself. I was like, hi. Of course, I asked him if he has a girlfriend, and he said no. And after about a 3-minute small talk, I said, okay, I gotta go. I'll see you around. Bye. Then I just left. And boy, he ran. He literally ran up to me and asked, sorry, could I maybe get your Instagram? Of course I played it cool. I was like, well, yeah, I guess, sure. Bro, I had no idea how weak I was at my fucking knees right there and then. Anyway.
Do you want to know why he's not texting you right now? Because it's not communicative king spring. That's why. And I know, like, that's hard to grasp. It's fall. And he's not able to communicate right now. He's just not. It's not communicative king spring. And he doesn't have those abilities in the fall. He only has them in the spring. Right? So we can't judge him for that. We can't be upset with him for that. It's not the spring. It's not his era. So I just, like, wanted to tell you that, because obviously you're overthinking it. Like, why isn't he texting me? That's why. And yeah, so just live your fall era and he'll hit you up in the spring.
Why men are no longer approaching women has nothing to do with him not being attracted to you. Trust me, he's attracted, and he's not even that worried about rejection. Because even though that hurts, he can move on from it pretty quickly. The real problem is when he forms a connection with a woman that seems to be interested. So what does he do? He's excited for the potential. He's pouring his effort in. He feels desired. He's spending a lot of time talking to her, and he's even starting to become vulnerable. But what happens after a few weeks of all the emotional effort, the months of dates, or even the years of commitment, is that she decides to end the connection. Oftentimes, out of nowhere, the man literally has no idea what made her change her mind. And whether it's because she felt like he wasn't even good enough to try with, or if it was because she found someone better, it all hurts the same. That man simply feels played. And this honestly happens from dating on to long-term relationships, including marriage.
What's up, YouTube? Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So in today's video, we have two sets of women. The first set lamenting about being single and lonely, and the second set talking about guys not chasing them even after rejecting the guys. Now let's take a look at this woman. She clearly told the guy that she was seeing that she can't do this anymore. She even told him that he isn't a husband material. Now after telling him all this, she still expected him to chase her. This is what I don't understand about some women. How do you reject a guy and still expect him to chase you? And the funny thing is, if you keep on chasing them, they call you a creep or they call you cringe and all that. They just walk all over you because they know that you want them and you're desperate to have them. At this point, let me just go ahead and read what some men have to say in the comment section regarding to this particular topic. The first comment says she was expecting the guy to chase her. He found a better looking younger girl to see. Okay. You women have chosen the bear. Go buy a tent and move to the woods and have fun with the bear. Okay. Also, love is not a feeling. Love is a verb. It is actions. Love is a decision you make. It is choice. Feelings come and go. Love never fails. I love this advice so much. It's always funny to hear women thinking they are the only ones testing the other person with a laughing emoji. Of course, men also test women. This is something that we all know, right? Your attention is your currency, fellas. Don't give it for free. Okay, now this looks like a brotherly advice. Our last comment says, hold them accountable for their bad behavior and poor choices. Okay. Alright guys, this is where I am ending today's video. Let me know your opinions on this particular video. What do you think about this? Let's get interactive in the comment section, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I promise you will love it here. Stay safe out there. Bye.